Welcome. My name is Chris Cove, and I'm here to offer our practice in slow flow vinyasa yoga. I thought I would start our practice today with a reading from this book called Discovering Your Soul Signature by Panache Desai. And he's speaking to us about change. Life is always changing, every minute of every day. So how do we navigate this awareness? The certainty of change. How, when it is human nature to want solidity and stability? We love certainty, even as we bury the knowledge deep within us that certainty is an illusion. Just for today, as you head into your practice, do so with a commitment to yourself to move and breathe with every asana. As in life, we commit to roll with every punch. Commit to be fluid and even spontaneous when presented with the surprises that may be in store for you. The point is to lose that quality of rigidity, of density, about the way it's supposed to be. In fact, see if you can strike the phrase "supposed to be" along with "but it's not fair" from your vocabulary. Today is about learning a lesson in openness, in gracefulness, in acceptance. And ultimately, it's about realizing that change always means more is coming. We can't know what these changes will be, but we can trust that expansion is the law of the universe. And just as a heavy, humid, stifling day presages a thunderstorm that will leave in its wake beautiful, clear, cooler weather, change is part of nature, inevitable. It is a catalyst and a blessing. Just for today, let go of your version of how life is supposed to be. Again, this reading is from Discovering Your Soul Signature by Panache Desai. And we'll end our practice with a short meditation from here. So as we get ready to practice, you can sit. I'm sitting up on a bolster. Find yourself a comfortable seat. You want a place where you can be nice and tall, yet relaxed. And just take a few moments to close your eyes or gaze down softly. Maybe you begin with a cleansing breath in your nose, releasing out your mouth, and then find yourself moving into your breath. Slow and steady, calm and centered. Begin with simple nose breathing, breathing in and out your nose an equal amount of time. And let the wave of your breath guide your practice today. Know that your breath is always changing. And as you experience life, your breath may change in ways which are affecting your physical body. You get excited about a new activity, your breath may quicken. You get a little sad or melancholy, your breath may slow. You get calm and centered, your breath lengthens. Today you can use your breath to accentuate the experience of yoga. And since we're focusing on change today and how change affects us, let's bring us to a grounding breath. So as you're inhaling, you're lengthening your spine. And as you're exhaling, focus on seating your hips down into the mat or the surface. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. And then sit deep into your seat. And at the same time, you're allowing that fluidity of the spine as you're inhaling. You may even feel your spine arch a little bit. And balanced with that connection to the earth. If your eyes are closed, gently open your eyes. And if you're sitting on a bolster, go ahead and take it out. We're going to begin our practice with some movement in seated cat-cow. So you're going to take your feet in front of you, hips width apart, and make sure that you feel comfortable. And as you inhale, you lengthen your spine, arch, gaze up. And as you exhale, you round your spine, lengthen, gaze down. Pair your breath with your movement, inhaling, arching, and lifting your chest, and exhaling, rounding and gazing down. And as soon as you feel ready, close your eyes and turn your attention inside. Feel your breath. Feel the movement. Allow your chest to open. And then allow your back to round. You may even hang out here with your back rounded, creating a little bit deeper of a stretch. As you inhale, you may bring your hands behind you, open your chest more, maybe lift your hips. A little more powerful opening of the front body. Rounding, maybe even lowering down a little bit, creating a little strength in the front body. And as you inhale, open your arms wide, reach them behind you, fingers towards you. Lift the hips, open the chest. Continue with your own variation. You can make it even bigger if you want. Creating more length in the spine, more length in the legs, keeping your knees straight as you lift to reverse plank. Your practice is your own. Make it your own expression of your body's capabilities, your mind state, and invoke what you need in terms of intensity. You might even add a little butterfly stretch. I invite you to get a little creative. Just move in any way that feels supportive and strong, challenging yet successful. Balance the opening with the closing of the body. And feel the strength of your breath supporting you from the inside. As you begin to finish your last few postures in this position of seated, begin to take yourself into tabletop. So you'll bring your hands under your shoulders. It helps to spread the fingers to give yourself a wider base. Knees under the hips, press the shins down. And we're going to move into Chakravakasana. So as you inhale, pull your heart forward, create a little tension on the mat. And as we exhale, push back, creating tension towards your heels. Release the hips down. Inhale, pull. Notice my elbows are bending as I pull my heart forward and lift the chest and head. And then exhale, push and round the spine even more. Chakravakasana is tabletop to cow, moving through cat, eventually ending in child's pose. Feel the energy awakening from the root chakra, the base of the spine, to the crown of the head. Once more with your Chakravakasana. And then find yourself resting in child's pose. If you find it difficult to get your hips down and you have a bolster or support, it helps to place that under the thighs. Give yourself a little support as you find your child's pose. Rest the forehead towards the ground and take a few moments to set your intention for practice. Your intention is simply what you wish to experience as you practice today. Maybe it's a sense of grounding in the space of change, or maybe it's allowing and accepting that change to happen and invoking a sense of fluidity and openness. It's only for you to decide, not me. And take whatever that experience is and place it into 3 or 4 words that you can repeat to yourself. I am fluid. I am grounded. I am strong. I am open. Just examples of some mantras, some intention that you may place into your focus as you move through our practice today. From this place, slowly come back up into tabletop. And we're going to curl our toes and lift our knees, lifting back into down dog. Find that flow here up on your toes, crouching down towards the earth. Let your knees fall down, lift the chest. Keep your toes curled under and rest back in child's pose, toes under. Inhale, pull forward, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, lift the knees, press back, dropping the heels into downward dog. Repeat that sequence on your own, flowing in and out of cat, cow, child, downward dog. Maybe even take a breath or two to hover in downward dog, knees bent. It's called bear dog, building a little core stability. And you can wag your hips side to side, adding our first twist of the day. Let the head go, shake your head out. And then let's all find our way to a downward dog with legs straight, still body. Lengthen the breath, lengthen the spine, enjoy your space. If you're feeling any discomfort in your shoulders, maybe you bend your knees and push your hips back more so your weight is more even. Or you could even shorten your downward dog at the same time as you bend your knees. From here, let's walk your feet to the top of your mat. Hang in a floppy forward fold, feet hip width apart, grab the elbows. Sway side to side. Let the head be heavy, the breath be free. Let's release those arms and slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll to standing. Place your hands on your thighs for support if necessary. Rise up to standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Your feet can be hip width apart or feet together for more challenge. And as we inhale, we're going to reach and stretch up. Exhaling, hands through heart center, soften knees, fold forward. As you inhale, lengthen halfway, hands on the floor or maybe some blocks or your shins. Exhale, fold back down towards your feet. Breathe in, bend the knees, rise up, push down as you lift, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, repeat your intention. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's swan dive, arms to the side, long spine, bend the knees as much as you need as you fold forward. As we inhale, we lengthen hands on fingertips or shins or the floor. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhaling, bend the knees, reach and rise up to stand. Big breath, maybe you gaze up and back. Hands to heart center. Let's bring our feet together. Inhale, reach arms up, grab your wrists with your opposite hand. Doesn't matter which way you go, we'll go both directions. Ardha Chandrasana, lean to the side. Roll your shoulder back, squeeze the legs together. Feel the stability and grounding in this pose. And the fluidity and freedom as you open the side body. Inhale, center, and switch hands. Just grab whatever wrist you didn't have the first time. Lean your hips to the side. Breathe into that new space in the side body. Inhale, center, reach up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. This time, bring your hands to the floor. Step your right leg back to a low lunge. Grab your yoga blocks if you have them or reach your fingertips to the floor. And exhale the knee down. Lift your heart up. It's like you're doing cow pose in a lunge position. As you exhale, half split, fold forward, let your head go. Pull your foot up. Inhaling, come forward into that low lunge. Lift up into the fingertips, let the hips drop, back toes curled under. Exhale if you have support, push into the support, half split. Inhale once more. We're going to hold the pose. As you feel more stability, lift your arms up to the ceiling. And maybe sink a little further into your hips. You can relax those toes. Exhale. Let's bring our hands to the ground. Move your blocks out of the way. Place your hands flat. Curl your toes. Lift the back knee. And step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale. We soften the knees. Rise all the way to standing. Exhale. Hands to heart. Adding a twist, we're going to inhale, arms straight to the sky. Open twist to the side. Doesn't matter which side, you're going to go both directions. Inhale, reach your arms up. Try to keep your hips facing the front as you turn your body belly button up to the side. Inhale, let's repeat that. Twist, open twist, hips stay still. You turn your upper body to the side. Once more, we reach up. Grounding in the center, opening from the belly button up, twist to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Bring your hands to the floor, step your other leg back, whichever leg you did not step on. Begin to grab your yoga blocks, pull the heart forward, and then lower the knee. So keep those toes curled under if you like. It gives a nice stretch to the toes. And flow between half split, exhaling, straightening your leg. Fold over the inside of your leg. Inhale, come forward, lift the heart. And then find your half split, half forward fold. As we come to our third repetition, we have an opportunity to really enjoy this lunge pose. Keep your toes curled under, reach your arms up, or if you'd like, relax your toes and sink deeper. Feel the heart beat. Exhale the hands down. Maybe you bring them down to your blocks, but eventually bring them on the floor so you're very stable. Curl the back toes, lift the knee. We're going to step to downward facing dog. Let's take a cleansing breath together. In through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Inhale forward to plank. Lower the knees if you need to as you come all the way down to the floor. Relax your toes, press your legs down, pull the heart open. Cobra pose, 3 repetitions. As you exhale, lower your right ear to the floor. As you inhale, pull the heart forward, lift the chest, gaze up. As you exhale, bring your left ear to the floor. One last repetition. Inhale, lift up any amount. As you exhale, bring your third eye right between your eyebrows to the floor. Curl the toes, press back to child's pose. Release, breathe, let go. From our child's pose, slowly come back into tabletop, gaze up. Exhale, curl the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Shake the head out. Let's inhale the right leg up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your knee to your belly. Come forward into plank, cheetah pose. Inhale, circle the knee out, lift the leg up to the ceiling, straighten the knee, one leg dog. Exhale, curl the knee under your belly, cheetah pose. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift up. Exhale, curl the knee to the belly, cheetah pose. And then step your foot forward without momentum. Drop the back heel for warrior 2. Windmill open, warrior 2 pose, Virabhadrasana. A pose that symbolizes groundedness, strength, stability. So invoke that into your physical body. And invoke that into your energetic body. As we inhale, let's stretch up, reach up. As we exhale, come back into your strength, warrior 2. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, back into our strength, warrior 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. Peaceful warrior with a straight front leg. Straighten your knee, straighten your arm, reach up. Feel the right side body open. We're building more fluidity with each breath. Exhale, windmill your hands to the floor. We're adding a twist. One hand down, the opposite arm reaches up, maybe over your ear. Revolve, side angle. Bring your hand down, step yourself back to downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Inhale your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, cheetah pose, knee under the belly. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, cheetah. Let's make those knees circles. So as you bring it under, bring it around and out, back up to the sky. One more time, knee under the belly. Inhale, leg up to the sky. And then bring your knee forward with control. Step to your warrior two. You're going to be on your other side. Windmill open. Strong and grounded. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten the leg. Reach up. Exhale, deepen your pose. Gaze forward. Inhale, reach up. Deepen that warrior two. You are strong. Inhale, reach up. Last time, deepen that warrior two just for a breath. We're still warming the body. Peaceful warrior with a straight leg in the front. Reach your arm up. Breathe into your left side or whatever side you're straightening. On your next exhale, let's windmill to a twist. Bring both hands down. As you open your chest, reach up and maybe over your ear. Enjoy. Bring our hand down, step back to downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in the nose, out the mouth. We're going to come forward to plank pose. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. The minute your body reaches the floor, locust pose, reach your arms back. Inhale, legs lift, chest lifts. Exhale, press down, push back to plank, and then downward facing dog. 2 more repetitions. Inhale, forward to plank. You can always drop your knees as you lower all the way down. Fly, locust pose, reach up and back. Exhale, press down, push back to plank or table, and then downward facing dog. Once more, we come forward with strength. We lower with strength, and then we float with freedom. As you exhale, bring your hands down, curl the toes, lift the tabletop or plank, downward facing dog. Take your heels to the right side of your mat and downward dog. Bend the leg that you went your heels towards. So if your heels went to your right, bend your right leg. Come back to center, switch sides. So whichever way your heels went, bend that leg. So if your heels are to the left, bend the left leg. Come back to center, press your heels back towards neutral alignment, right in line with your heels and your hips. Come up on the toes, bend your knees, walk or float your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reach up and rise. Exhale, hands to heart. How we feeling? Notice the energy in your body. Notice your breath. Repeat your intention. We're going to begin at the top of our mat. Stepping backwards is really helpful for your balance and to strengthen the back body. Start with your feet hip width apart. Let's start with tree pose, something simple. Stand on your left foot and lift your right leg. You can lift it up to the ankle, the inner thigh, or the inner shin. This is a hip opener, so feel the opening in that right hip, or let's all stand on the left and right leg up. You can make any tree that you desire. A strong, stable tree, like an oak, or maybe a willow tree that flows in the wind. So your arms move around. If you're on carpet like me, I bet your balance is being challenged. From this strong tree, we're going to bring our knee forward, hands at waist or heart center, and step back into your warrior one. Your hips are going to be, your feet are going to be hip width apart here on purpose. Let the arms drop down. We're going to do a mudra. Thumb and fist, no fear. Inhale, stretch the arms up, lift up, weight in both legs. Exhale, warrior one, arms down, heart open. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, warrior one, put weight into your back leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior one. Let's hold our warrior strong, grounded, open. Not afraid. We have the tools to deal with this. We know how to flow through change. We've certainly done it before. From your warrior one, you're going to find an intense leg stretch. Reach your arms up. Bring your body halfway down. So maybe put your hands on your hips or walk your hands down your shin. This is a great place for those yoga blocks. And as you fold on the inside of your leg, you're mimicking that half split we did earlier. So let your body release on the inside of your thigh. If you want, you can pull your front heel back, creating a little bit of resistance to the stretch. And fold with exhales. Let the head go. From this intense leg stretch, we're going to come forward, back to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Let the head go. Inhale, reach out and rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Starting at the top of your mat, tree on the other side, foot wherever feels challenging, yet successful to you. Where can you breathe with ease? Any type of tree you want to enjoy. What kind of tree are you today? Some days we're strong oak trees, other days not so much. From your oak tree, bring your knee forward, step back into warrior one. Now you're on the other side. Feet are hip width apart. This eases the hips. And then we're going to take our thumbs and fists, no fear, arms down. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach up. Exhale, back into your strong warrior. 2 more times, keeping weight even in both legs. Once more, reach arms up. Sink into your strong, powerful warrior. Vulnerable, open, free. We're going to take our warrior into intense leg stretch. So you simply hinge forward at the hips. Grab your blocks if you need them. Maybe you need to move your back foot forward. And then with each exhale, you're folding maybe a little further. Feel free to put some tension in this front heel and pull it back. That creates more resistance to the stretching. It will make you strong. And then let go of the upper body, the head, the neck. As we exit this pose, just come forward, feet together. We're going to find a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Lengthen halfway, shift your weight forward. You might even grab those yoga blocks and put your weight into your hands. And then hinging at the hips, bring your belly towards your thighs first. Then fold the rest as it comes. You can take your peace fingers and grab the big toe. Gently pushing down on the fingers as you're pulling up on the toes, grounding the feet. Elbows can be either out to the side, squeezing shoulder blades together, or straight back. I kind of like it out to the side. If you feel any stress in your back, bend your knees. Breathe. Release that bind you may have. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time to standing. Coming in to Tadasana, mountain pose. At the top of your mat, let's start with our feet together for a twisting chair flow. We're going to inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, twisting to the right or whichever direction you'd like. Inhale, reach up. Open up, twisting in the other direction. Repeat this with your breath, opening and then compressing. Freedom and stability. The next time we come into our twist, we're going to hold it. There's lots of options here. One is to hold the twist. Another one is to find a little half bind. Take your hand up and behind you, grab the inner thigh. Gaze up. Release wherever you are. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up, let go. Exhale, let's visit the other side. Try to keep your knees side by side. And if you like that half bind, the top arm comes up and behind. Maybe grab the opposite thigh. Let's release wherever you are. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up. Cleansing breath, exhale, fold forward. Lengthen the spine halfway. And step yourself back to downward facing dog. Let's inhale the right leg up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, step into warrior two. We've been here before. Drop your heel, rise up. Find yourself in peaceful warrior once again. Let's add cow face arms. Take the top arm down behind the head and the other arm behind your back. If you can't bind, no worries. Just feel the openness here. And then deepen back into your warrior two. Feel the chest release. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let's release our cow face, release your warrior two. Turning towards the back of your mat or the other side. So your toes are going to turn, opposite toes turn in. Going to find triangle pose. Reach out and down. You might touch your shin or grab your yoga block. See how open you can feel. You can gaze up, you can gaze forward, you can gaze down at your toes. Breath is not optional. Fluidity is there. Underneath all the holding, your breath is flowing. Rise up. Let's find a big squat. Turn your toes out. Inhale, big open chest. Exhale, squat. Pull it in. Inhale, reach up. Expand. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, reach up. Expand. Exhale, deepen and hold. Let's build a little fire. Maybe you lift your heels up. Maybe you do breath of fire, rapid exhales. Pumping the belly quickly in, inhaling passively. 20 repetitions. If it feels uncomfortable, just breathe normally. After your 20th repetition, take a big breath in. Retain it, drop your heels, and exhale. Stretch your arms up. Toes turn towards the long edge of our mat, and we forward fold, wide-legged Prasarita Padottanasana. Grab those big toes or ankles and fold the belly towards the thighs. Shake your head out. Enjoy being upside down. Just inhale halfway up, pause. This is a wonderful technique to keep you from overusing your lower back to stand up from postures. Take your hands to your hips. Pause here. Push down into the feet. So you're using your legs. Push down, down, down as you come up to standing. And then let's turn to Anjaneyasana crescent lunge, facing the front of our mat. We reach our arms up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale up. A lot of vinyasa today is slow, albeit slow, to keep the fluidity of our body through change. To let go, holding. Find your crescent lunge, your expression. Maybe it's an open chest. You can clasp your hands. You can drop your shoulders. And on our next inhale, let's release our arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. Open the chest, one leg dog. Open the hip. You can stay here or flip. This is back support side plank. You're on the inside of your opposite foot, lifting your arm up. Breathe into that side body. And then come back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Sweep the other leg up to the ceiling. We're just repeating it on the other side. As you exhale, come into your warrior two. Widen your stance, deepen your lunge. And then we're going to inhale, peaceful warrior. Lift your arm above, the one that with the leg is straight, bend the elbow, cow face arms, other arm behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, then sink back into your warrior two. It's a lot going on here. Can you be calm in the face of this intensity? Can you enjoy the opening in the heart? Let's release our arms and switch your feet so you're going the other direction for Trikonasana. Get open, hinge at your hip, reach towards your shin or a block, and feel freedom here. Try not to sink into your support if you are on a block. Lift out. Gaze up or forward or even down. Breathe. To rise up, remember our trick. Press into your legs to come up. Come into a squat, arms out. Exhale, squat. Inhale, get big. Exhale, squat. Inhale, get big. Exhale, squat. We're going to invoke a little choo-choo breath. Breathing through your mouth creates a little more resistance. Twisting, of course, is good for your obliques. Builds a little energy. These are Kriyas, cleansing breaths. And then calm your breath. Inhale, stretch out. Turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. This time is a variation. Walk your hands forward, stretching the spine, fingertips, maybe even hands on blocks to raise the hands and press your chest between your shoulders. Breathe into the back body. To prepare to come out of this pose, walk your hands back under your shoulders, lengthen halfway. Bring the hands to the hips, press down into the feet, rise up, use your legs. Turn to the front of your mat, other side for crescent lunge. As you find your place, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Find your expression of crescent lunge. You may have a straight leg. You may have open heart. Anything that you enjoy. As we release, we bring our hands to the floor, getting ready for back support side plank. Stepping back to downward dog. Lift the leg, open the chest towards that side. Stay here or simply roll to the outside of your bottom leg. Reverse the side plank across and support, back support side plank. Come back to center, inhale the arm down, leg up, downward facing dog. Let's come forward and drop all the way to your belly. Rest your hands on your forehead. Breathe into the back body. That's a lot of work. Notice how you feel. We're going to stretch the shoulders with a chest expansion. So while on your belly, take your hands behind you, clasp your hands. You can always keep your elbows bent. If this is uncomfortable on your belly, you can sit up like me and do it seated. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, elbows bent, then straighten the arms. Once you're finding that position of chest expansion, press the legs down and lift the heart. You're grounding your lower body to lift the upper body. Pull the belly to the spine. And then release, bring your hands under your forehead or turn your head to one side or the other. Let's bring our hands under our shoulders, press back into child's pose. A little calming, hands beside your hips or your legs. Let your head release towards the floor and breathe into the back body. Bring our hands forward, slowly rise up. Going to swing our legs around. Practicing a little core integration. Grab your yoga block if you don't have one. You can just pretend. We're going to just use it as a cue. Doing a little block transfer. So you're going to take the block between your thighs and then slowly lower down. As I lower down, I'm going to bring the block overhead. Inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to roll up and give the block back to my thighs and inhale, lift up. As I exhale, I'm going to lower down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, slowly roll. Give your block back to your feet or your legs and come up. So speaking of feet, you can make this more challenging if you want. So as I come up, I straighten my legs. I give my block to my legs, I lower my legs, and then I come back, give the block back to my feet, lower my legs. You can make it even more challenging. So as I come up, I'm going to lift up, give it to my legs, and then lower down. As I come up, I'm going to lift up and get it from my legs. So you decide what's best for you. That one's pretty hard. I'm having a hard time doing it, but I'm making a good old try. Woo! And maybe 5 to 8 cycles. Any variation that makes you work. The block is really just there to remind you to give it to your legs so you lift up a little bit more. Let's come down. The last time you do it, lay all the way down. Take a mini Shavasana and supine butterfly. That means your arms are out, your feet together, and your knees open up. And just let it be heavy. Release into the support of the earth. Let's slowly, we could stay here all day, but let's slowly bring our knees together and bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side. You can either rock and roll up into seated, or you can roll to your side. Once you're in a seated posture, let's practice Crow Bakasana. It's a great arm balance. Most people can do some version of it. It helps get you used to putting weight on your hands. So you're going to bring your feet together and your knees apart, just like you had in that butterfly pose. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Let's lift our bum up to the sky, pull the belly towards the spine, pretend like you're doing cat pose, and then look forward as if you're doing cow pose. Take your knees to your triceps, and eventually you'll be able to float. It's not an effort, it's a float. If this is not an option for you, just practice putting your hands down, or you could even come into that nice deep squat stretch malasana pose. Lots of places to be here. And wherever you are, let's come into gorilla pose so we can relax those wrists. Take your hands under your feet. Wiggle the toes a little bit to massage the palms a little. Let your head go, your back's round. Just release and slowly roll into standing, one vertebra at a time. Back to Tadasana. We're going to move into a little bit more complex yoga postures. I will always give you variations so that if it's too much, you can just back off a little bit. But it's also fun to try something new, maybe that you haven't tried before. So let's begin at the top of our mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, lengthen halfway. I'm turning on my music a little louder. Exhale, palm the floor, walk or float to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the right leg up to the ceiling. As you exhale, step it into side angle. Right hand on the floor or a block. Inhale, arm up to the sky. If you'd like, take your arm behind your back. It's a little half bind. You can stay here or find a full bind, reaching under your thigh. Only if that keeps your chest open. If you roll forward, it's too much. Grab a strap or simply choose not to do it. From here, we're going to release, straighten the front leg. Feel Trikonasana. Rise up. Turn just like we did earlier. Our pose here is going to be half moon, so you may want to grab your yoga block. You're going to face the opposite direction. Take your block to the outside corner and lift up, expanding the side body. This is triangle with your leg off the floor. If you're feeling playful, maybe you grab your ankle, half moon, half bound, half moon. If you want, you can play with lifting that leg, coming into dancer. Woo, really hard to do on carpet. I have a wall that helps me a lot. But we'll all meet back in a warrior two on that side. Rise up. I know you all did a wonderful job. Turning to the front of your mat. Crescent lunge, you've been here before. Let's fly here. So you can either find supported warrior one or unsupported warrior three. You could gaze up. You can take this to a standing split, walking your hands closer to your foot. You could add a squat. So you're either in supported warrior three, unsupported warrior three, or standing split, adding a few squats. From our standing split or supported warrior three, add a twist. Take your left hand to a block, twist towards that standing leg. Revolved half moon. Wherever you are, you can find revolved half moon. Let's take our hand down, reach your foot way back. Both hands on the floor. Inhale that leg to the sky. Bend the knee. If you want to flip your dog, here's your chance. Drop your foot, turn both feet to the back of the mat, lift the heart. Expand. Return from where you came. One leg dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Slowly lower towards chaturanga. Pull your heart to upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in the nose, out the mouth. Let's lift the other leg up, whichever leg you didn't do. And sweep it to our side angle. So stay low if you can, that's really helpful. Arm reaches up, hips are low. Maybe you take one hand behind. Maybe you do a full bind, reaching the other arm under. Only if you can feel openness here versus compaction. Feel free to move into the place that's best for you. From our side angle, we're going to press down to rise up. Simply turn your feet to the other edge of your mat for a half moon. Remember, the block is our friend here. Find your way into half moon. If half moon's not your jam today, triangle pose is a great option. Variations, half bound, half moon. And then getting light in the hand that you're reaching down with, maybe a little dancer. If you're in dancer, let's join ourselves back in half moon. And then we'll all float back to warrior two. Awesome job. Turn towards the other side of your mat, crescent lunge. Find your warrior three. They're supported, floating. So supported hands towards the floor. Floating, arms reach back. Woo! Or if you want, find your deeper stretch with a standing split. And wherever you are in warrior three or standing or supported warrior three, you can do a little squat from supported warrior three. You can do a squat with your hands down from that crescent balance pose. A few squats and then straighten the leg for a revolved half moon. Twist towards the standing leg. Come back down. Find your way to warrior two. Beautiful job. Turn the toes out. Side lunges. Start upright. Maybe you put your hands on your thighs. If you want more strengthening, hands off the thighs. Maybe add upper body, arms out. Lots of places to be, y'all. We're going to end this little sequence with a side lunge stretch. Maybe you just hold here, hands on blocks. If your knees are okay with it, go lower. Drop your hips below your knees. Make sure your knee is tracking towards your baby toe. Some of you might even want to sit on a block so you can get a deep release. Maybe even a half or full bind. It's easy when I'm sitting on a block. So if you want more of the stretch, use support. If you need more strengthening, if you're already very flexible here, I encourage you to take less support. Coming out, switch sides. Sides are different. Find your variation. Breathe into those hips. Come back to center. Now wide-legged fold. Exhale. Well, let's release. Crawl under your body. Round the spine. Let the head round, the neck round. Let's walk out from under here. We're going to do a little twist pose. Standing straddle split with a twist. You take one hand under the chest, right under your face. You might have your hand up on a block. Take the opposite arm up to the ceiling. Keep your hips square. Exhale, twist across towards the opposite leg. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, twist under your leg. Inhale, third time, reach up. Find some freedom here. Twist towards the opposite leg. If you want to play, with grabbing that ankle. Walk your feet closer. Opposite arm is overhead. You're looking under your armpit. If you want another variation, walk your feet even closer. Grab that opposite ankle and revolve your head under your arm. Let's unwind that twist. Come back to center. Arms reach forward. And switch sides. Bring your right hand or your other hand under your face. Inhale, open twist. Exhale across towards the opposite leg. Inhale, open twist. Exhale across. Inhale, open twist. Across. You don't have to grab the ankle. Reach for it. If you want to grab it, walk your feet closer. Take the supporting arm further away so it's long, that side is long, and grab your ankle as you look under your arm. And again, if you want to add both arms, reach across. You'll definitely have to put your feet closer together. Unwind, come back to center. We're going to walk our hands to the top of our mat. Finding yin pigeon. Walk your front foot across. Drop your back leg down. For a yin pigeon, the front shin is parallel to the front of the mat. The back leg is going to do whatever it wants. For some of you, it'll be bent a lot like mine. For others, you're going to be able to get it more square. Don't sacrifice your knee to try to get into your hips. This is getting into your hips. So once you find your yin, fold forward. Rest. Put your head on something, maybe a block. And just stay there and breathe. Nothing to do here. Let the pose do the work. To come out of a yin pose, put your hands on the floor. Push into your hands, let your head be the last thing that comes up. Take your foot in. So now you're in a side sitting position. Take your opposite hand back. Inhale, lift the legs up. Or the hips up, the legs are down. And bring it down, add a little seated twist. Take the opposite leg across. Drop your hip down. Inhale, reach up and over or around that front thigh. Gaze towards the back of the room. Breathe. Let's unwind our twist. We're simply going to take our yin pigeon to the other direction. So the other leg is going to be parallel to the front of your mat. Let the back leg do whatever the hip wants it to do. If you have the space to come more square, do so. But if you feel it in your knee, come back to a more relaxed hip. Once you've found your posture, let it go. Be like a blanket, fold it over. Support under the forehead. Breath deep. Nothing to do but yield. To come up from your yin pose, place your hands on the floor, slowly rise up. Bring that foot in so you're facing the side of your mat. And lift up on the shins, opening the side body. Exhale, let's lower our hips. We're going to take it into a seated twist. That leg that's out comes across. Drop your hip bone and across the thigh. Let's unwind our twist. Bring your feet together and your knees apart. Take your arms forward. Find eagle arms. Either wrap or wrap. So you either wrap your shoulders or your forearms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round 3 times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, round. Bring your fingertips to something. Maybe you grab a block. So your fingertips can push against that block and round the spine. Slowly come up. Just switch your arms so now the other one's on top. Inhale, lift up with the elbows. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, rise up. Round and fold, fingertips on something. Push the floor away. Let the back round. Let's release that bind. Bring your legs together. Scooch forward on your mat. Roll slowly down onto your back. Relax your shoulders down. Bring your feet in hip width apart. Opening the heart, the front of the hips. Press down into the feet. Lift your hips for bridge pose. Clasp your hands. Breathe into the front body. Smile. Slowly release your palms and release one vertebra at a time. Hug the knees into the chest. Relax the back, maybe circles with the knees. We're going to do another bridge pose. There's a lot of options. One, supported bridge. Take the block, put it under your hips, and let your bridge be supported. You could do a more active bridge like we just did. Or if you have more openness in your shoulders, wheel pose, elbows bent, hands by your shoulders, fingers towards your body, push down and up. You want your arms straight as possible. If you're in supported bridge, just stay there. The rest of us will start to come down. Those of you in supported bridge, take the block out. We'll all come into knees to chest, Apanasana. Let's find an inversion for the end of practice. You can move into happy baby. Grab your thighs or your feet, bring your knees on the outside of your torso, press your tailbone down. Another wonderful option is Viparita Karani. Block under the pelvis, under the hips, legs up. It should feel like no effort. Close your eyes. Just allow the energy to return from your lower body towards your heart. All of our earthly experiences are here for us to learn from, to become our better selves, our higher selves. So we start from survival. A lot of us are in survival mode right now. Going from survival to experience, creation. We do the work as we rise up, turning our creations into actual things that we do and accomplish and serve with. And we take those accomplishments, our vocation, and serve with compassion. As we serve with compassion and love for ourselves and others, we begin to know and speak the truth. And we take that truth from our intuitive body, right there in our third eye. And we find right action, true perception. And eventually we take it to the crown chakra, where we honor that which is greater than ourselves, and we surrender. You can stay in your inversion as long as you'd like. If you're ready for Shavasana, I invite you to bring yourself down. Allow your body to melt into the surface. And I am going to let you enjoy your own Shavasana. You can turn the recording off and stay as long as you like. If you'd like to finish with me and go into a meditation, we're going to take a 2-minute Shavasana, and I will guide you into a meditation. Begin to deepen your breath if you would like to come out of our Shavasana for a meditation practice. As you deepen your breath, you're becoming more aware of your body, physical sensations. So maybe you wiggle your fingers and toes. Begin to bring your knees in. Maybe do knee circles to relax your back and your hips. Slowly roll to one side. Begin to push yourself back into a seated posture. If you are going to do a seated meditation, I invite you to sit up on a raised surface, allowing your hips to relax and your spine to be tall. And we're going to go back to our reading from Panache Desai. And I'm going to take you through a short meditation he offers. So settle in, close your eyes, place your hands either down on your legs for grounding or up, palms up for receiving. And if you don't want to close your eyes, you can just simply gaze down. As you prepare for meditation, begin to clench every muscle in your body. So maybe you clench your fists, your face, Really create some physical tension. And then let go. Try it again. Clench your face, your body, your jaw, everything that you can. And then let go. Exhausting, isn't it? Exhausting to try to hold on, to live with that kind of tension, to grasp at nothing for no reason. The world we live in convinces us that we must struggle, that struggle is the norm. And we are taught that if we try hard enough, we can control our destinies and the destinies of those we love. We amass possessions. We erect fortresses. We build up our net worth. We believe all this can protect us. We convince ourselves that all these things will ensure our future happiness. We tell ourselves that we can safeguard our family against struggles so they won't have to experience pain or sorrow. We hold on for dear life, yet all the time we are missing the point, which is that we are not in control. And every single moment, change is happening all around us. We breathe in and breathe out, and change is happening. We get up in the morning, and change is happening. Have you ever watched a particular tree through all the seasons? The way the branches begin to redden slightly at the very beginning of spring. The way those same branches gather leaves, become green and lush in the summer. Then autumn arrives and those leaves turn color. They wither and fall to the ground. Eventually they are covered by snow. Our every single moment is like that cycle of nature, only we seem to be unaware of it. We do not watch ourselves as if we were that tree. We imagine that we are fixed, solid, immutable. But as long as we are alive, we are changing. Think of yourself a year ago. Are you the same person? Whatever the measure of time, a generation, a lifetime, a decade, a year, a day, an hour, a minute, we are evolving, and the world is as well. We can no more stop our own evolution than the tree can stop itself from flowering. Change is coming. Change is happening. There's a profound freedom in the acceptance of this. And as you find yourself in meditation, think of yourself as that tree. What season are you in? Are you at the beginning of spring? In the midst of summer? Are you feeling the bittersweet nostalgia of autumn? The starkness of winter? Know that whatever season rises to your mind, that too will change and evolve. That is one singular certainty. Change. You can count on it. And know that it is always leading you into more. Notice the rise and fall of your breath. And begin to bring yourself back into this present moment. And notice any changes from your practice today. As we end our practice together, let's bring our hands to heart center. We'll end our practice with the sound of Om. If you'd like to join in, take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Namaste.